Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. Just looking at that first half hour.
Yeah, it flew by. You know why? Because we talked about me.
Yeah, that's right. And we beat up on Democrats, which is not something we classically do.
No, because you're very adept at turning me against the things that frustrate me.
But also it's because the Democrats have been boring and dumb for 4 years. I mean, they haven't done anything cool.
And that's true.
All they've done is lose House seats and governorships all across the country. So I got a bone to pick with the president-elect. And I think I'm going to find a little bit of a foothold here because it goes.
No,
into,
you won't. GOP chair. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Well, you're going to be held hostage. So I want you to blink once for yes and twice for no. Okay. And Maddie, keep the camera on me while I ask him these questions. No. So the two big things that has come out we already knew this is going to be a weird transition, that it was already going to be an administration or the beginnings of administration that we'd never seen before. There have been all these report, and the media is never going to give them a break. I don't think they should personally, because I think I'm not going to back off my opinion that Donald Trump is the single most unqualified candidate that's ever won the presidency, but he won the presidency, so whatever. But he doesn't take briefings, the security briefings. He's been ignoring those or not wanting to do them. Appointing folks that are... we interviewed Ben Carson last year. You got to meet him a little bit more than that through Ryan, I think. Is there anything about what you know about Ben Carson hanging out with him that thinks that he's going to be able to be qualified to be the HUD secretary? Honestly.
Well, the fact that apparently he grew up in hold on.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He grew up in the projects.
Right.
And he grew up poor.
You know what?
And I think that qualifies him. If you grow up in the projects, you're going to understand what's needed down there much more than a guy like me or a guy like you.
I bet. You know? Well, first of all, he hasn't lived there in forever, but that argument means that because I've been to Wrigley Field twice, I can now take over for Theo.
This is the thing. It would be like you were the bat boy for the Cubs since you were 10.
I've been a Cubs fan all my life. And now they're asking
you, geez, do you want to run the bat boy club?
I've been a Cubs fan all my life. I know everything about their team. I know more history than I care to been on this show.
And so if they put you in charge of being a bat boy after you grew up in the bat cage, then yeah, that probably makes you qualified in some sense. He
lived in the projects 50, 60 years ago, and now he's come on.
I'm just saying.
It's a silly argument.
And I'm also going to say, here is Barack Obama. And he did hold a senatorial position for 3 years, 4 years, something like that.
He's also elected a statewide office in Illinois.
And he was elected to a statewide community organizer office or something along those lines.
He's a state senator in Illinois.
Yeah, state senator. Yeah. But does that qualify you for president? I'm not, we can go back and forth on that. Donald Trump runs, 109 different companies across the world. I think that makes him qualified to at least be able to manage the bureaucracy that's going to be going on. Now,
I remember when you said that we don't elect our oligarchs, and I'm always going to remember that. No, but so let's move on.
Hold on. Let me say something good about Donald Trump. One, he doesn't want this new Air Force One because it's really expensive. I hate to tell you this, if you're driving around with the key to the nuclear weapons, you need an expensive plane. Okay, yeah. One. Number two, James Mad Dog Mattis. That's the best pick, in my opinion, that he could get for the Defense Department for several reasons. One, he's never been about going along to get along. And number two, when he ran the Marine Corps, he was all about frugality. How can I get the most out of my equipment?
But isn't it weird that he nominates the biggest hawks and Dick Cheney to run the Defense Department when he's such an isolationist? That's what's weird. That's what's weird to me.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I agree with you that it is weird that an isolationist like Trump, who's at least espoused those positions, has got a hawk on board. But when you look at the people that are best qualified to run the Defense Department, you have a lot of really good qualified people. But they're all yes men until it comes to James Mattis. And that's one thing that I know about Donald Trump. And look at Sam Clovis. Do you think Clovis is a yes man? No. Clovis is going to tell people the way it is. And that is what I see with Donald Trump, is he's not necessarily nominating men that could be the best fit, but he's nominating men that he can work with.
I don't think
that are qualified.
I don't think that Trump listens to anybody but yes men, but that's a different argument. But
Mattis isn't a yes man. Clovis isn't a yes man. Ryan Keller, you've met him. Mm-hmm. He's not a yes man, right? Brad Zahn of all people. Do you think he's a yes man?
Is he in the administration? Is there something that happened that I didn't know about?
Well, I'm just saying the people that he has surrounded himself with, at least locally that we know, are all people that are independently minded. And so I think that's what he prefers. Honest to goodness. Yeah, everybody likes a yes man, right? Everybody does. But I think that he understands that he needs people in position that are going to be different and take a different approach, and people that at least he can respect.
Well, I will say the carrier deal was a different approach for Republicans who have been concerned with crony capitalism for a long time. What did you think about that? What'd you think about the carrier deal?
Well, it does. And I don't know how to say this and still be the Polk County GOP, so I'm riding this fine edge. The Republicans for a long time, particularly fiscal Republicans, have had a problem with giving away tax money just to have a company come to your area. Right? Governor Branstad does it all the time. We've talked about that. And that's not part of our party platform. Our party platform is, watch your taxes, fiscal conservatism. That's what our platform says. We have 2 planks in there that talk specifically about it. However, you have to get out there and save your job somehow, because it's impossible to compete with slave labor wages in these other countries. And the problem is what we view as slave wages over there really is a pretty good middle class life. And, applying American values on something that's foreign really is difficult.
I'm going to help you out here.
Well, we have to go to break.
We'll go this a little long, because this is how you answer that question. Crony capitalism, that carrier deal was not crony capitalism. And it wasn't crony capitalism because it wasn't just a $7 million giveaway. It was a promise to reform certain tax packages that will help grow manufacturing in that sector of the country. And I'll tell you what else. You decry crony capitalism, my friend, and there are 700 to 800 families that are going to have a Christmas now. That's what we did today.
Oh my God, he saved me again. You're just as good as my brother at saving me. I'm telling you that.
We were talking about job interviews earlier.
Yes, we were. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to be back right after this break. We want to thank all of our sponsors. Now, keep in mind, I got a big announcement. You'll want to stay around for that. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Petrosian Associates, Lubinas Law Firm, Halo Capital, and Des Moines Anesthesia. We'll be back right after.